To put it simply, it's the time frame in which the suspect can be taken to court. You can see it on this page.
The statute of limitations for murder is 15 years, and for theft it's 7 years. Ah!
That's right, and Miss Hall's theft was 18 years ago. According to the statute, she cannot be arrested for stealing the sculptures.
So that's how it is. Stealing evidence from a crime scene is an unforgivable offense. However, for this crime at least, we have no right to pass judgment. It appears that Prosecutor Edgeworth's tepid reasoning has all been for naught.
No! That's not true. I wonder about that. I deduce Miss Hall's actions simply to expose a different crime. If she only took the sculptures, we wouldn't have found the body from 18 years ago.
Are you saying that I hid Monsieur Dover's body?
That's correct.
But how can someone hide a body for 18 years?
I would imagine it would be very difficult under normal circumstances.
So you're saying the circumstances weren't normal? Are you claiming that you know where the body was hidden?
Right in front of us again. When you consider Miss Hall's actions, the answer becomes obvious. 18 years ago, Miss Hall stole something more than just sorbet sculptures.
If you're so confident, I would like to hear your answer. Where did Miss Hall hide the body?
That it?
This is the photograph of Mr. Dover's sculptures.
Yes, and perhaps you've noticed that the victim's body can be seen in this picture.
I do not see it. Please point it out clearly. Where in this picture can one see the body of the victim?
Right over here. It's time to expose the location of the body in this photograph. Over here.
The Gemini sculpture.
Yes, while it may look like the Gemini sculpture at first glance, in reality, this is none other than Isaac Dover himself.
This ice sculpture was the victim's body. But all I can see from this picture is an ice sculpture statue.
That's because a certain piece of evidence was used to conceal it.
Conceal it?
Don't feel it.
Which piece of evidence did Miss Hall use to conceal the body? This is the cloth that was covering the sculptures in the Autumn Palace.
This cloth manipulates light with it. It's entirely possible to make something look like ice. Isn't that right, Delicia?
Yessie! When it glows red, it's like a raging inferno! And when it glows blue, you can almost feel the glittering cruel ice!
Oh, Delicia. That cloth will only emit light when it is attached to a special device. Well, you know what? It was found in there. Judge Courtney, look closely at the picture one more time. Beneath the Gemini case lies a box-shaped object attached to the pedestal.
This is
a rainbow light device. Detective Gumshoe reported one in the Winter Palace. This is a device that went missing 18 years ago. Originally, it would have been attached to the cloth inside the glass case. Naturally, Miss Hall took the device with her when she moved the sculptures. By using the rainbow light device to make the fluorescent cloth glow, Mr. Dover's body was made to look like an ice sculpture.
That's ridiculous!
So then, when Uncle Ray took a photo of the Winter Palace, that's right, the body had been in front of us all along, disguised as Gemini.
However, the body and the fluorescent cloth were both discovered in the fountain. In the ice sculpture was the body we would have found it in the Winter Palace.
Ooh, I just ran on that sentence. If we had found it there, her trick would have been revealed immediately. Miss Hall moved the body out of the Winter Palace to prevent us from discovering it.
Absurd! You say she threw the body into the fountain without any of us noticing.
No, Judge Courtney. There was no need for that. She simply used the same method as before. Remember the lift trolley?
Oh.
She moved the body to some other room and dumped it into the stream to the fountain. Naturally, the frozen body would have sunk to the bottom of the fountain. That's why the cloth floated up first and was found by Delicia.
And eventually the body thawed out and floated to the surface.
Hold it. Aha! I don't know who's talking.
Hold it. Mr. Edgeworth, you truly have a gift for deductive reasoning. However, do you have any proof that I moved the body? If you cannot prove that, then there is no way I can accept what you are saying. Ah. Wasn't there anyone who saw Miss Hall move the body?
Yes, I believe such a person exists. The answer lies in the evidence that the person gave me. And that piece of evidence will reveal the truth of Miss Hall's actions.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, are you able to prove the crime of Miss Curator?
Certainly, I have evidence that will show exactly what she did.
Then it's time we see your answer. What piece of evidence reveals Miss Curator's actions?
Oh, I don't know, the sketch of beauties?
Another sketch. Oh, it appears I have been drawn in this one.
This is a sketch Larry drew of the woman at the fountain patio. I would like to direct your attention to the service card on the left side of the sketch.
Service card? What about it?
Don't you see? What transpired 18 years ago has happened again. Miss Hall was moving the body in this sketch.
No! Hold it! Please, wait! I don't see Monsieur Dover's body anywhere in that drawing. All I did was hand out chocolates to everyone.
The key detail in this sketch is the color of the tablecloth. Up until now, I thought Larry had just made a mistake.
The tablecloth, it's light blue.
It may be light blue in the sketch, but no blue tablecloth exists in the mansion. Perhaps it's light blue because the body was hidden, still glowing underneath the cloth.
What? But the lift trolley is rectangular in the sketch. If she just placed the body in the lift trolley, we would notice it immediately.
There were 2 blocks of ice in the Winter Palace that are completely hollowed out. If she put the body inside the block of ice, it would look like a service card.
That's...
Miss Hall, you put the body in the block of ice and used the lift trolley to move it, didn't you?
I never imagined you would be able to deduce so much from such a single sketch. But what if it was just a mistake like you said before? It doesn't prove anything.
I agree that alone that sketch is worthless. Once you remove the body, the service cart would revert back to a lift trolley. That's why the lift trolley was left behind in the fountain patio. And without the service cart, there would be no place for you to put your chocolates.
The chocolates I gave everyone.
Until then, the chocolates had sat on top of the service cart as you gave them away. But when you gave them to us, you took them from your pocket.
Ah, now that you mention it, they were a bit melted. But they were still really sweet and tasty.
So, why was it necessary to put them in your pocket halfway through?
That's because
once the body was disposed of, you no longer had a service cart.
Ah! Hold it right there. If she put the chocolates in her pocket and left the lift trolley in the patio, then where did the tablecloth go?
If she had been forced to put the chocolates in her pocket, she wouldn't have had time to dispose of the tablecloth.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, can you answer that for me?
Tablecloth wasn't hidden, it's right in front of us.
Do clarify. Tablecloth used to hide the body. Where is it now?
Miss Hall has it with her. Isn't it obvious? Miss Hall is carrying it with her out in the open.
Out in the open? Oh, you mean...
Miss Hall, you are wearing the tablecloth around your waist. The block of ice was not encased in the glass case. In other words, the tablecloth was in direct contact with the block of ice. If we have it examined, we will undoubtedly find traces of sorbet on it. Miss Hall, you will turn your tablecloth over to the police at once.
There's no need to examine the tablecloth. It is just as you say. I stole the poison from Madame Delicia and I moved the body.
Oh, Delicia.
I have done terrible things. Madame Delicia, I am so sorry. 1 week ago, I took your Megatoxin X bottle. I slipped it into that man's pocket to make it look like suicide. And if they suspected it was murder, the evidence would point to Madame Delicia. Katie!
Kate, what were you thinking? Weren't we always trying to save Mr. Master together?
I could not let myself be arrested. Not until I had proven Monsieur Master's innocence. From the very beginning, I had planned to turn myself in once everything was over. But I suppose it is too late to say that now.
Kate, why? Why would you go this far?
And for Monsieur Shields, I've caused nothing but trouble. For the past 18 years, I have been a criminal. The IS-7 incident. Don't tell me that you were the true culprit. My greatest crime was stealing the Chauvet sculptures for my own selfish interest. When Monsieur Dover died, they were no longer just ordinary sculptures. They had become the final works of a sculptor Monsieur Master so deeply loved. What if they melted before Monsieur Master returned? With that in mind, I couldn't let anyone touch them, not even the police. Even though I knew it was wrong, I moved them to the mansion's freezer. However, I only wanted to preserve Master Dover's art. I did not know his body was hidden among them.
So she stole the sculptures without noticing the body.
Monsieur Master would never take another person's life, but because of me, the body vanished and Monsieur Master was found. Guilty. That kind man, he treated someone like me as a family. He meant more to me than anyone else, and yet...
Kate.
When Monsieur Master was found guilty, I was chased out of this mansion. I was finally able to reclaim the mansion just a few days ago, but when I saw the sculpture still sleeping away in the freezer, I realized that I was the one who hid Monsieur Dover's body. However, the statute of limitations had already expired. Therefore, I could think of no other way to atone for my sins.
It appears I have misunderstood her. It seems she caused this entire incident in order to save Mr. Master.
What you thinking about, Mr. Edgeworth?
There is one thing that has been bothering me this whole time. Why would Miss Hall plan a murder with such an uncertain method like poison gas? And the reason she disguised the Autumn Palace to look like the Winter Palace was to make those involved in the incident 18 years ago confuse the two rooms.
I wonder what Kate was trying to accomplish.
Actually, it's quite clear what she's trying to accomplish. She was trying to prove Mr. Master's innocence. In that case, Miss Hall's true objective was to find the true culprit, which I'll have to pick in the next video because we are out of time. So I will see you all then. Bye bye!